Hello and welcome to the Redmen TV after Liverpool lost 2-0 to Red Star Belgrade away from home in the Champions League. Poor. It's not the worst performance of the season. That was Napoli, but that was the second worst performance of the season. We were just dire across the pitch, and two goals by their centre forward just let them sit back, and we just couldn't break it down. But you're here for player ratings. Obviously, leave me yours in the comments below. You might not agree with me. That's what this is all about. Let me know yours in the comments below. I'll start off with the goalkeeper, Alison. I thought, look, he didn't really have much to do. He made a few saves here and there. I think he could have done better with their second goal. I really do, and for that reason, you get a 6 for me. I think, obviously, you could go lower, but 6 is about average in what I'm thinking. And he wasn't god-awful, but he didn't do anything, really, did he? You know what I mean? He get a stronger hand to that, keeping it 1-0, and maybe they're forced to carry on coming at us. But look, it happens, but I really feel like he could have done better. Moving on to Trent, obviously he gets hooked at half-time, whether that's tactical, whether he's just not been at the races. He hasn't been at the races for a few games now. I've given him a 5. Obviously, I'm guessing a lot of people are going to rate him down even lower, but I think he was saved by getting hooked. He could have had a much worse of a game, later on in that second half, and I just don't think he did much. It's such a shame. He's such a talented footballer, a young talent. I'm not going to write him off just because of a bad stretch of games. He's still a great player, but just poor again today. I think he could have offered a lot more on them wings. He didn't, and like I say, a 5. It could even be a 4 really, but I'm going to be nice to the lad. Next is Joel Matic. I've gone with a 6 for Joel. Look, he's come in. He hasn't played too much football this season, and he stood up to it a little bit. Some of his passing second half was dire, just passing it into their closing down player. But he was winning a few headers. I think, look, he has that one where it gets flicked on, and he should just header it. Just get it on target. Get something comprehensive on target, you know what I mean? Instead, he kind of leans back to try and header it in. I don't know what he's doing, and it just doesn't go on target, so it's a 6 for him. No, 5. 5, yeah, he should score. Virgil van Dijk, I'll give him a 6. Look, I thought he was okay. He was solid at the back, apart from we can see the 2 goals, but he was all right at the back. Just did what he normally does, commands the back line. They didn't really have much of a sniff apart from that, and I think that's down to him. I can't really rate the defence too highly because, look, ultimately we can see 2 goals there, and you can't be happy with that, so we'll move on. Robbo, I thought, was one of the bright lights of tonight. He was always running, always trying to give his all. Someone said in the studio that he was like a Duracell bunny because he just didn't stop, and I agree with that. It was Bailey, actually, and it was one of them where you need someone with that bit of impetus. Look, you're 2-0 down the Champions League game, and he's running down stuff that he really has no right to go for. He's G'ing the team up, angry with the players that aren't putting a shift in and putting balls into the box constantly, and on another day, a few of them might have slipped through and we might have scored from them. There's a few, I'm sure, from his crosses that could have gone there. So I've given him a 7. Again, let me know what you think. I think he was the best defender, apart from maybe Joe Gomez, who we'll come on to later on. Moving on to the midfield, then Gene Wijnaldum, I've gone with a 7. Looking at it now, I think that's a bit too high, but I'm just really, really not happy with today's performance at all. I'm quite down about it, to be honest, so I might even bump that down to a 6. 6.5, I think, is probably right. Again, he put himself about, but there was a few opportunities where he had it on the edge of the box. Could he have shot? A few times where maybe he should have. Maybe sometimes you've just got to back yourself there and have a pot shot. Obviously, we like to keep the ball in them areas, spread it wide, and that's fair enough. That's how we like to play, but sometimes big-name players just twat them and they go in. You know what I mean? We saw it happen with James Milner, obviously different situations, but Gerrard stepped up when we needed to do that. There was players who could do that and just rocket one in. Again, I'm not writing off all these players. We still have a good squad. We're still a good team. Just an utterly dire performance, like I say. So I'll say Genie 6.5. James Milner 6. I mean, he was okay. He didn't set the world alight, but you know, It was below a normal James Milner performance, I think, and maybe that's down to the rest of the team around him. But yeah, I just don't think he just didn't do enough in that midfield for me. When especially we're going for we're trying to score goals, and we are hampered here by injuries in the midfield. You think Keita could come back into that role, but he's been injured, you know what I mean? Oxlade-Chamberlain's out there, and you're not bringing Fabinho on after the other day, I really don't think you're doing that. You could bring Shaqiri on, and a lot of people will be saying now, we should have brought Shaqiri in, because he would have been a difference maker in that midfield, but we didn't bring him along, so you've got to work with what you're given. Milner could have done more for me, so yeah, I'll go with a 6. Adam Lallana, I thought he was okay today. First half, he was putting himself about. He was trying to be a creative spark in the midfield. He was flicking it over players' heads, and look, you can look back now and go, oh, 2-0, we can't be happy with flair, and you know what I mean? But at the time, we were quite happy with it. Nice little touches here and there. His touches seems to be back. He was battling with players. He ended up on his arse quite a bit, but he was battling. He was giving us all, and you can't ask for much more. Obviously, you want goals, you want assists, you need this kind of stuff, and we should have got that. But in terms of a performance like that, look, he was one of the better ones today, in my opinion. I'm gonna say 6.5 to 7. Sadio Mane, apparently he's been getting a lot of stick. I thought he was the only one with a bit of impetus in that attacking line. He was picking the ball up. He knew he had that right back on toast every time, so he kept trying to get past him, bursting him with his pace, and he got through quite a few times. Look, he doesn't create a goal at the end of the day, so you can't rate him too highly, but I think a 7's an alright number for him. Like I say, he was trying things. He was always looking to attack, or looking to play them in. To be fair, towards the end of the game, some of his passing was really sloppy. Some of it was good. He was really good with that run from the channel. You saw Milner making it, Lallana making it, Bobby making it towards the end, where they just make the run and he slipped it through and they got to the byline. He had an opportunity, but great defending from Red Star there nullified that. So I think 7's a good number there. Let me know what you think in the comments. Like I say, I've heard a lot of people slating him. Tell me why you don't think he's a number. He deserves number 7. And I really I'm interested to know what you think. Salah, tough one. Look, he had a lot of opportunities. He was in areas where he could have scored a few goals. He had a few little snapshots in there. Couldn't quite connect with the ball, but look, getting yourself in them areas is the start of it. Red Star were brilliant defensively today, threw themselves in front of a lot of stuff. I mean, for getting into them positions and swinging your boot at it, like, let's say 6. I don't know, it's so hard because, look, he tucks one of them away and you're saying, there it is, it's an 8 performance, because you're getting yourself into positions, you're running at people. You just didn't do enough today as well. It was very weird performance today, but let's say 6 for Salah. I did say 7 at the start, I think, but I'll say 6 now. Daniel Sturridge, yeah, look, I'm giving him a 4. You could go lower, you could. I think the one redeeming factor for Sturridge is he was doing the right things up until he did the most wrong thing. You know what I mean? He was keeping hold of the ball. He'd decide to beat 3 men and he'd do it. And you're like, brilliant, lay it off. And he decided to shoot, or he decided to take a 4th man on, or something like that. And you're thinking, Daniel, what are you doing, mate? You're not in the team to stand at the edge of the box, beat 3 men and score a worldie. You're in the team to link up play. You're in the team to take Bobby Firmino's position in that team. And that is, get the ball, turn it, maybe beat a man, create a bit of space for your runners, play it to the runner, and they'll square it and we score. You know what I mean? There was one, Trent's on the right-hand side, play it to him, and he flashes it across for Mane. Maybe the goalkeeper gets a touch, maybe the defender clears it, but it's creating it's creating something. It's not beating a man and taking a wild snapshot with your right foot. Look, if it goes in, we're lauding this performance, and fair play, you know what I mean? Fair play, but you've got to think of the team in them situations, and he rightfully got hooked at half-time. Look, you can't be as selfish as that in this Liverpool team, and it infuriates me, absolutely infuriates me. Again, great player, great, like, I'm not saying get rid of him forever. I'm not saying that. But he needs to learn. And Klopp will have words. Klopp will have had words. That ball's on. Play that ball. You can see the teammates are fuming because they expect that ball. He will get better. He will get told. If he doesn't get better, he doesn't play. So, again, I'm not writing these players off, but you've got to be better. Surely you've got to be better. On to the subs anyway. We'll quickly run through this. Joe Gomez, I think, another one, came in at half-time and showed he's the best defender we have at the moment. It's mad. He's just brushing people off. He's playing well up the right-hand side. He's obviously didn't create too much. Obviously, he never. But he did something. He was standing up tough to people. He was stopping things. I mean, there was one that I can think of where he just kind of heads it back to their man. They're on a break. I can only think of one. Maybe there were more. Let me know. Slate me in the comments, whatever. But Joe Gomez, I thought, came on, did what we needed him to. 7. Bobby didn't do much when he came on. Again, it's a tough one. You're asking him to make runs into the channel, which he did. You're asking him to come in against the low block side, which he did. Couldn't really affect the game. He had to come deep. Didn't really do too much. Trying to play balls over the top. Trying to do little things. But when it's so congested in that midfield, when Red Star are defending for their lives, playing so well, and they did play well today, so hard. He didn't do enough for me. It's a 5. Divock Origi, I'm giving him a 5, but what can you rate him? You know what I mean? He didn't. He had, 10 minutes, 15 minutes to do something. Again, same reasons as Bobby. You're asking him to come in and come into the side and try and score a goal. He hasn't played for us this season. You know what I mean? And look, you look at the other options on the bench. You're looking at Fabinho. You're looking at Keita. You're looking at Moreno. It's hard. Who else to bring on? I don't think you bring on anyone else. I think Klopp's played the right people at the right time that are on the bench. Obviously, you wish Shaqiri was on the bench, but he's not. You can't lament that now. That happened. We didn't have Shaqiri there. We need to get over that fact. Maybe you can have a go at Klopp, but he had his reasons for it. We didn't bring him. Look, all in all, just a dire performance. We have ambitions of going far in this. We're still not out of it by any stretch. We can still get through this group, and we can still, then it's onwards and upwards, you know what I mean? Today was a real blow. I'm genuinely gutted. I'm just not happy with any of that at all. I don't know anyone who can be. You can take a few little good performances here and there. Maybe Adam Lallana's got his touch back. Yeah, like Robbo's been all right again. But my word, we need to do better. We have to do better. We're coming up against Fulham. We need to just shake that off, go up against Fulham and take our anger out there. We need to just score as many goals as we can and just say, no, we're not happy with that at all, because we shouldn't be. 2 dire performances in the Champions League. It's not good enough. That's not the Liverpool I know. That's not this team. We are a lot better than that. You look at the squad that we put out today, we are a lot better than that. Yeah. We'll be back with the instant match. Paul and Chris are over there giving their match reactions. Hopefully they'll be out now. If they're not out now, they'll be out very shortly. Listen to their views on it. We've got Ross with the Twitter, listening to your comments. Obviously, we'll be in the comments listening to your take on it and stuff. We'll be back with the instant match later. It's going to be me and Ross delving into it in a bit more depth and detail. Look, we're not happy now. We need to assess what happened. We need to think about what happened, and we are going to do that tonight. We're going to do it tomorrow with the final word, the man of the match. Chris doing a stat show, with no doubt he's going to analyse exactly what went wrong there. So if you want to see all of that, come over to the Redmen TV. Look, keep your heads up, Reds. Not a good night at all. We shouldn't be happy, but we know this team can do better and they will do better. So look, thanks everyone for watching. Like I say, leave yours in the comments below. Like, subscribe, all that. See you later.